3, 2, 1.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I wish you a good day, a good afternoon, and a good evening. Welcome to the spUN Virtual High School Debate Tournament of 2024 for May 11th. Judge Reshma will be giving us feedback and announcing the winner at the end of the debate. Judge, please be sure and record your information in tabroom.com as soon as possible after this debate, so that the team can be advised of their next debate status. I am the moderator and facilitator for this 2024 spUN debate, and my name is Tamara Benzini, and Avinaya will be assisting us today. I would like to read the following statement to you. The winning team is chosen based on their skill and effort, not on any present NSS position. NSS clearly believes that humanity should continue to explore, develop, and settle space. However, NSS also believes that open, honest debate will facilitate that goal. It is important that the space advocates understands and be able to express the anti-space case. No statement by any debater or coach is an official position of NSS. Let's meet our debaters. The affirmative position is held by Team Slim. Slim, that's smart lander for investigating the moon, currently located on the moon, will look into the reduction in the size and weight of equipment used in the moon landings and investigate the moon's origin. It is a JAXA program. The team is coached by Nathan Glancy, currently coaches high school debates in Illinois and the University of Wyoming and Summer Debates Institutes. Nathan's space interests focus on resources usage in space and the application of international law to space-based development. He's also the coach of both of our teams today. Team Slim, please give us your name and the country you are representing.
I'm the first speaker of the Slim team, and I'm representing Syria.
I'm the second speaker of the Slim team, and I'm representing Romania.
I am the third speaker of Team Slim. My name is Vivan, and I'll be representing the country India.
Hello there, I'm the fourth speaker of the Slim team. My name is Ioana, and I'm representing Romania.
Next, we'll hear from Team Danuri. Danuri launched in 2022, also known as the Korea Pathfinder Lunar Orbiter, KPLO, and it's South Korea's first lunar orbiter. The orbiter was tasked with surveying lunar resources such as water ice, uranium, helium-3, silicon, and aluminum, and producing a topographic map to help select future lunar landing sites. The team is coached by Nathan Glancy. Team Danuri, please give us your name and the country you are representing.
Hi, I'm Alexandra, the first next speaker, and I am representing Romania.
Hello, I'm Adhit. I am the second next speaker, and I'm representing India.
Hello, I'm Sude. I'm the next three speaker, and I'm representing Turkey.
Hello, my name is Isnyana. I'm the fourth speaker, and I'm representing Belarus.
If anyone has a question, please raise your hand in your participants icon on your screen. Please mute your mic unless you are speaking, and only the presenting team and judge should turn on their videos unless directed by the moderator. Our debating format today follows the same format as the practice tournament. So let's get started. The 2024 spUN High School resolution is space development would be best be performed by autonomous AI and robotic system. We'll hear from the first speaker from Team Slim, representing the affirmative position. So, Team Slim, your first speaker may begin the affirmative intro. I'm just going to put the timer so you're going to be able to see it.
Okay, can you hear me well?
Wait. Okay, so you can start in 3, 2, 1.
Esteemed judge, I'm the first speaker of the affirmative team. At the start of the debate, I'll read the resolution again and define some of its words. It goes, space development is best performed by autonomous AI and robotic systems. We define space development as the process in which humanity develops its sphere of influence outside Earth's borders. For example, sending satellites, landing rovers on celestial bodies, or building a space colony. We define autonomous AI as any operating system that does not require any human input to do its job and can adapt and learn from previous situations in order to improve the future. It may not require human input, but it can be monitored. Over the past years, and as of today, 19 people have died in 5 separate missions. For example, the crew of Soyuz 11 died after undocking from Space Station Salyut 1 after a 3-week stay. That's not including the conditions the surviving astronauts had to go through, as space is a real harsh environment, and the human bodies are not made to adapt to it at all. To count a few of some negative health effects, there is the effect of microgravity, which would be blood pressure, eye and vision issues, loss of bone and muscle mass, etc. And even though one might argue space safety is also being developed, that doesn't deny that space is a dangerous place that is still a risk to venture into, no matter the precaution one might take. Like even if you make myths to reduce the effect of space, it's still risky and will still have negative effects that can't be reduced to zero. The point is, now there is a solution to all to save all of these heroes from either death or even illnesses or negative health effects, which is autonomous AI. It has been the focal point of research for multiple years now, as it's a new technology that is very promising, and as far as we can see, it's been very useful, whether scientifically and especially scientifically, and whether in space research specifically. By being able to calculate and decision make on its own, sending space missions and developing spaces, autonomous AI would be a great solution to lower our losses and have more efficient missions. As we won't be sending humans, we will be sending pieces of metal and wire. Not only does it help stop risking human lives, which shouldn't be sacrificed for any reason at all, it also allows us to send more long-term or risky development missions, as the cost of metal is much less than lives. And they need less maintenance and less and are more sustainable and can survive for longer periods of time, which means longer missions. Not to mention that if you keep risking and sacrificing more people into that both figurative and literal void, you also destroy the lives of their families. And even more, the families of the smart yards will connect the idea of space development with the loss of their loved ones and with death as a whole, which will eventually snowball into public perception, giving negative perception of space development and research, linking space development with death and sacrifice instead of what it really should be, human advancement and space research, which is the epitome of human curiosity and achievement. Knowing all this can be avoided by sending autonomous missions instead, why should we be stubborn and develop space above a foundation of blood and loss instead of basically sending pre-trained and pre-programmed autonomous AI that can be as, if not more efficient, but at much lower costs, whether for maintenance and whether it's for saving lives. That's all the speech.
Thank you. Now we will begin a 3-minute prep time for the next team to prepare a cross-ex. If the negative team is ready to move on before the 3-minute time has elapsed, please indicate it to me and we will proceed. Okay, so speaker neck one of Team Danuri, please give your 2-minute cross-ex of F1, starting now.
Okay, so first, we have had successful space missions in the past. Why do we need to change that? Because they were successful, so what's the problem?
Because even though there was successful missions, there was also failed missions. And why shouldn't we reduce the amount of failed missions?
Okay, but do astronauts know that risking their lives, although there's very little chance of that, is part of the job?
It's part of the current job, but like even the astronauts can after its development itself and the risky parts are done by AI, they can help in other stuff.
Okay. So we can all agree that it is important for a mission to go safely. So how are you going to predict the autonomous AI's behavior?
Just like humans can be trained for space missions, in the same exact way, AI can be trained, which is just how we expect human behavior.
So could you explain the difference between decision making on a human and on an AI?
Well, that's a long answer. Like it needs a long answer, but mainly AI has information that can help it decide and think, while humans eventually have the same, but in a more complicated process.
And okay, thank you. And how can you assume that AI missions will be successful?
Well, AI showed some success in other parts of research, and with
Sorry,
the same amount
time's
of
up.
meaning in the mission, it can be successful.
So, thank you. Now, your opening argument, speaker of neck one of Team Danuri. You have 4 minutes, starting now.
Okay. Good morning / afternoon or evening to the moderator, honorable judge, and worthy opponents. The resolution for today's debate, as previously stated, is space development would be best performed by autonomous AI and robotic systems. I'm Alexandra, and I will be the first speaker for the negative team. I would like to start with our definition of the resolution before introducing my first argument. So space development refers to the development of technologies, infrastructures, and capabilities that make it possible for humanity to conduct operations in outer space. This includes, but is not limited to, mining, manufacturing, transportations, and space settlements. The intent of best performed is for us cost efficiency, resource efficiency, and ethicality. Autonomy could be defined as the ability of an agent to accomplish goals through logical decision making based on its knowledge and comprehension of the world itself and the situation. Robotic systems are systems that provide intelligent services and information by interacting with their environment, including human beings, via the use of various sensors, actuators, and human interfaces. Our first argument will center around the lack of emotions of AI and how that isn't best suited for space explorations, keeping our universalization goal in mind. Human emotion is critical to achieve universalization. Space development is centered on universal values like peace, sustainability, and exploration. Given the size and unknowns of space, how can we make sure an AI entrusted with space development adheres to these principles everywhere? Programming an AI with a truly universal ethical framework is incredibly complex, whose interpretation of universality is used. Could an AI objective conflict with the diverse values of humanity? Act only in accordance with the maxim through which you can at the same time will that it become a universal law. This quotation was given by Immanuel Kant, the philosopher who first introduced the concept of universalization. However, his idea of universalization is incompatible with autonomous AI. Because outer space is a largely unknown environment, even if we were to figure out a way to program the autonomous AI with a truly universal set of morals and values, which is nearly impossible to begin with, we cannot anticipate that we might come across what we might come across in any space exploration mission, thus making it absolutely impossible to write a program which will act in accordance with universal law. Human intuition, informed by emotions like fear, excitement, or caution, plays a crucial crucial role in navigating unexpected situations. It allows for quick adaptation and course correction in real time. Empathy is a tool humans can use to consider the potential impact of our actions on alien environments or potential life forms. AI may put pre-programmed objectives ahead of ethical considerations because it lacks empathy. This might result in disregard for possible extraterrestrial life or inadvertent damage to pristine environments, linking this argument back to the definition of best performed. This ethical concern, however, is not specific to space development, but a real problem here on Earth with technology of self-driving cars. The new trolley problem of what would happen in an accident when a self-driving car is concerned perfectly reflects my point that we cannot program AI for unforeseeable situations. And while in traffic, those are rare occurrences, in space they are part of day-to-day life. My argument is that lack of human emotion in AI isn't best suited for our goal of universalization. And in light of this analysis, it was proven that not only is the lack of empathy incompatible with the concept, but that it might also have ruinous consequences on everything we are hoping to achieve. Thank you.
Thank you. Now the speaker from affirmative 1.
Can
Yeah,
you hear me?
yeah. You
Okay.
can start your process. You have 2 minutes starting now.
Okay. So can you answer me how exactly emotion is essential in space development, and why would be a human thinking process will be better?
Well, that is what my entire argument center around, the fact that human emotion plays a crucial role in space development because AI has specific programs, and when it encounters an unknown being, live situation, whatever, it might not know how to react and not act in accordance with what might be ethical.
Okay, well, that might be true. Do you agree that AI that maybe went and failed to react once can gather the information to teach the future generation of AI?
Even if it could do that, which right now is, well, we don't exactly know, the consequences of that misinterpretation could have ruinous consequences right then and there. And even if it could teach the future generations of AI, the damage has been done.
Okay, so do you realize that even if humans were in that specific situations, they might also fail, as it's also an unexpected situation for them. Even if they might be able to deal with it a tiny bit better, it's also a very high chance of fail.
Well, I don't agree with that because humans are empathetic beings by nature, and they could make their decisions keeping that ethical code in mind. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay. I think the time is done.
Yeah. So now affirmative 2 of Slim. Please offer the second argument for the affirmative team. You have 4 minutes starting now.
Okay, hello everyone, I'm Speaker 2 Doina, and as Speaker 1, my teammate Neville has said, in today's debate on the future of space development, my team firmly believes that autonomous AI and robotic systems offer a superior solution for advancing the process of universalization and space exploration. These systems excel in efficiency, longevity, and reduced margin of error, providing numerous benefits that traditional human missions cannot reach. To begin, autonomous AI and robotic systems have a proven track record of outperforming human capabilities in space exploration, as highlighted in a study conducted by the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers and supported by the National Space Research and Development Agency. They can work tirelessly for extended periods, unlike humans, an ability particularly useful in space development, where time is of the essence and delay can be costly. Now, these systems can also withstand extreme temperatures, radiation, and other harsh elements that will be fatal to humans. For example, the Mars rover has been exploring the red planet for over 17 years, surpassing its initial mission duration of just 90 days. And the Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 spacecraft have been operating for over 40 years, still sending back valuable data from the outer reaches of our solar system. Furthermore, the longevity of AI in robotic systems is a significant advantage in space development. These systems can be designed and built to last for years, even decades, without the need for major maintenance. This is stark contrast to human missions, where limited resources and capabilities impose significant restrictions on mission length. For example, the International Space Station, which is currently the longest continuously inhabited human mission in space, has been in operation for just over 20 years. In comparison, the aforementioned Voyager spacecraft has been operating for a longer period. Moreover, the use of AI and robotics in space development greatly reduces the margin of error because they are not prone to fatigue or emotions that can affect decision making. They can also perform calculations quickly and accurately, an ability very important in space development, where complex trajectory calculations and orbital mechanics are crucial. For example, the Galileo spacecraft used AI to perform autonomous navigation and trajectory correction maneuvers during its mission to Jupiter, enhancing its ability to explore the planet and its moons. In conclusion, the use of AI and robotics in space development offers unparalleled advantages in terms of efficiency, the ability to operate continuously in harsh conditions, longevity, reduced margin of error, and incredible speed in calculation. As we continue to make technological advancements, it is evident that the future of space development lies in the hands of autonomous AI and robotic systems. Thank you.
Thank you. So now let's hear from NEC2 of Team Danuri in a 2-minute cross-examination. You can start now.
So my first question was that, do you think that autonomous AI in future won't require human supervision because it might be unreliable sometimes?
Yes, but it won't be like a major maintenance. It will be really easily to repair it because it was made by humans. Humans, let's not forget that humans made AI.
And do you have any approximate value of how much autonomous AI costs
Can you
in
repeat?
general?
Sorry.
So my question was, how much does autonomous AI cost in general, like any chatbot or any rover, like the Mars rover?
I know it costs really, really. It needs a really big money. But if we talk about that, what advantages it brings to humans, we can say that they are more efficient than human missions because also human missions cost a lot. So if we have to, if we have to choose between them, we would go for autonomous AI because in the long term, we could be cheaper than human missions.
What if it happens to fail by chance?
It will not fail because humans know what they did. It also was made by humans, and humans know what they did. There doesn't exist an AI that is better than humans.
Thank you. So now let's hear from NEC2 from Team Danuri for your second argument. You are allotted 4 minutes starting now.
Good morning, judges, moderators, and my worthy opponents. I am the NEC2 speaker of Team Danuri. And my argument states that relying solely on autonomous AI for space development risks the loss of human expertise, motivation, and participation, eliminating the creative problem solving skills, inspiration, and unique perspective that the astronauts and researchers bring to exploration beyond Earth. Humans are more capable as compared to AI with the help of their creativity, physical dexterity, intuition, and multitasking. Different environments can often be harsh, but the adaptability and the creative solution that AI lacks can have a better impact on the mission if done by humans. Reason being that humans have the ability to think out of the box ideas more creatively as compared to AI. This adaptability and continuous innovation would not have been possible without the motivation that helps the crewmates work towards a specific goal. While AI, on the other hand, is pre programmed by our own original thoughts and does not have the ability to do anything that it has not been programmed to do. This has been proved in the white paper AI Empowering Research, where the article emphasizes that AI can augment human creativity in science but cannot replace it. The human expertise, critical thinking remain to be in favor of humans. And evidence states that the James Webb Space Telescope uses advanced technology to gather lots of data about space. It needs a lot of storage and processing system to handle all this information though. Even though it's automated, people on Earth still need to watch over it. Though this can Through this example, we can see that autonomous AI does not have the knowledge to do tasks like human oversight, such as in this case. Building and maintaining it costs a lot of money and time. If something goes wrong, all that effort could be wasted. For example, a white paper related to AI from 2022 states that in its current state, ChatGPT is only an automatic text generator that produces unreliable results sometimes. It is also said to have an investment of around $500,000 just to develop such a chatbot. This could impact badly, as human involvement in space provides thoughtful decisions instead. We could benefit from space exploration done by humans and provide crucial data to the rest of the world with the help of AI as well. This will engage the public for funds and inspire crewmates to go to their highest potential. Space development has been best performed by humans and will continuously repeat as shown throughout history. We achieve remarkable feats without AI's dominance, and hence I strongly go against the statement that space development would be best performed by AI and autonomous robots. Thank you.
Thank you. So now, Team Slim, you can start your 2-minute cross-ex for Neck 2 of Team Danuri now.
So what do you think AI is then as creative as human? It exists AI that can be more creative than human. Humans just made it, but it doesn't mean humans are better.
Humans are the ones who have given the original thoughts, and on the basis of those thoughts, AI are trying to create something new. But that does not mean something that is like out of the box. The more creative idea would be given by humans. AI is just an example of it. We would never have thought of it if it wasn't for our creative ideas.
Okay, but why do you think human missions cost a lot, are more cheaper than AI missions?
Humans can achieve great feats like they have done throughout history. We've seen how many successful space missions led us to the moon, and now using help of the AI with human supervision, they are able to control some telescopes and a rover.
And what do you think will happen if you use only autonomous AI and we forgot about universalization and the relation under people, between people?
Sorry, I can't hear you. Can you repeat?
So what will happen if we only use human and sorry? What will happen if we only use machines that require constant updates, as you said? Sorry.
Time is up. Now we will begin a 2-minute prep time for both teams to prepare their rebuttals. Okay, so now next 3 from Team Danuri, please give us your rebuttal in your 4 minutes of time. You can start now. Third speaker, are you ready?
I'm sorry, I had an internet disconnection for a second. Hello, everyone, esteemed judge and worthy opponents. I will be the next speaker for our debate. Let me begin by summarizing the arguments made by previous next speakers. First, we argued that the lack of emotions of AI and how that isn't best suited for space explorations, keeping our universalization goal in mind. Second, relying solely on autonomous AI for space development risks a lot of the loss of human expertise, motivation, and participation, eliminating the creative problem-solving skills. And I will build upon these arguments and address the counterpoints raised by the opponents. The affirmative team consents that autonomous AI would be better for health and it would not risk human lives. However, we must acknowledge that the opponents did not identify best performed, which we believe is autonomous AI doing missions solely themselves. There is not enough resources to prove autonomous AI's behavior in that case. As our first negative speaker Stated out, for the universalization, human and AI collaboration is important. There are always risks towards space missions and resources, but human supervision is always the important part. According to a study from Duke University in the Apollo mission in designing the Apollo spacecraft, engineers initially aimed for a highly automated system where astronauts only had to decide on emergencies. However, astronauts advocated for more control, leading to a struggle with heavy operational workload. So this led to a more unsafe situation and showed us the importance of human involvement and what can happen if there isn't. To build on the arguments, let us consider the cost of autonomous AI systems. The steep costs of autonomous AI systems, including initial development and ongoing maintenance, present a major obstacle to widespread adoption. For many organizations, especially smaller ones, these expenses are difficult to justify. Additionally, rapid technological advancements risk making initial investments obsolete, further complicating the financial picture. Ultimately, the high cost of implementation remains a significant deterrent to integrating autonomous AI systems across various sectors. And the capabilities of AI are undeniable, but the fact that our team pointed out, the collaboration and this further illustrates an example supporting our argument. Instead of leaving everything in the hands of AI, humans should take part too. In conclusion, I would like to emphasize the significance of the resolution supervision and the collaboration. We can collaborate and access to the vast opportunities of universalization, like we pointed out in our all arguments. Thank you.
Thank you. So now affirmative 3 of Team Slim. Please give us your 4-minute rebuttal starting now.
The esteemed debaters of the negative side have presented some very interesting arguments throughout the course of the debate. However, I believe that they are underestimating the capabilities of artificial intelligence and robotic systems. Firstly, to rebut my opponent on the topic of safety, I would like to mention that AI systems offer a level of reliability and consistency that is much higher than all human capabilities. AI systems do not have to deal with tiredness, slack, laziness, forgetfulness, or they will not be even restricted by physical restrictions. An AI system would simply not malfunction under stress. For instance, AI algorithms can attentively monitor all spacecraft systems, detect problems, and implement corrections all at the same time. Thus, they can easily prevent potential malfunctions before they can escalate into critical failures. Also, the effectiveness of AI in space development lies in its ability to adapt and evolve rapidly. Unlike traditional human led missions, AI powered systems can continuously learn and improve their performance based on real time data and feedback. Thus, they can avoid any unforeseen circumstance which humans might not have trained for or thought of. The negative side also mentions that AI systems might just be too expensive, but I strongly disagree with this argument. Training humans for space missions requires years of rigorous preparation, costly equipment, and extensive safety measures. Integrating humans into spacecrafts adds a lot of weight due to various safety measures and other systems. It increases fuel consumption and demands additional testing and time, which also comes with additional resources. These expenses make space exploration more costly, slower to develop, and thus less aligned with the concept of universalization, as lesser people are able to access it. In contrast, AI systems, I believe, offer a more economical and efficient solution, as they do not require additions that humans bring to spacecrafts. The negative side also argued that AI and robots lack the ingenuity and adaptability humans possess to respond to unforeseen circumstances. However, against this, as computers and AI systems advance, we can disprove this statement, as we can see building sized SpaceX boosters land back on Earth, which are completely guided by AI. Such computational power would simply not be possessed by any sort of human. Furthermore, NASA's Perseverance and Curiosity rover on Mars can autonomously navigate obstacles. They can avoid delays and inefficiencies that would rather occur if humans had to instruct it all the way back from Earth. In 2019, Curiosity encountered an unexpected drill malfunction. However, luckily, the AI on board the rover was able to detect diagnose the problem, and implement a workaround, allowing the mission to safely continue. Lastly, my opponent mentions that human presence in space exploration creates a stronger social bond. However, AI's ability to collect and process vast amount of data surpasses humans by many folds, and they're able to operate efficiently in harsh environments with extreme conditions where humans would not be able to survive. They bring in valuable data from otherwise inaccessible parts of the universe, which should automatically result in new discoveries, and thus it would inspire all the people from all across the world to gather around in communities to process this data and make even more discoveries. AI systems remove the unpredictable human nature from making mistakes and don't put human lives at risk during space exploration. Disregarding this statement would mean that one is marking human souls with a price tag. With this, I would like to end my speech. Thank you.
Thank you. So now we will begin a 2-minute prep time for both teams to prepare their summaries. Okay, so now let's hear from Nick for Team Danuri with your 4-minute summary.
Thank you for the recognition. And before starting my speech, I will just turn up my camera, and there might be some problems with that. So just a second.
Okay. While you speak, I'm gonna turn my camera off so your internet it's a little bit more stable. So you can see the judge and the judge can see you.
Wait a second. I just think I'm having some problems with my camera. So
Okay.
I think that's okay. So before I start my speech, I'm gonna make a quick introduction. My name is Nancy Sko. I'm representing Belarus, and I'm the fourth affirmative speaker. So I'm beginning my speech in 3, 2, and 1. Good morning, good evening, esteemed judges, the timekeeper, and respected opponents. There is no space development without universalization. There is no future in space without universalization. The affirmative team might have proven many benefits of AI, but they have not addressed the most significant argument in the debate, which is how do you meaningfully contribute to universalization? Overall, we think that the definition of best performance played the most crucial role in our today's debate for the simple reason that both teams' initial intentions and according ways of implementations are different. On our side, we define best performed as having cost and resource efficiency, as well as ethicality on our first first speaker. And why is this the most significant critique of the debate? Just because the judge, I think that you should take into consideration our criteria, because our opponents did not introduce theirs. Note that the team proposition in our today's debate didn't argue with our criteria whatsoever, hence all of our arguments fall under this criteria, and therefore you should prefer our side. Why? Because we achieve system cost and resource efficiency as well as ethicality better, because as we've already proven one. On our first snack, we proved that the fact that AI lacks emotions is not best suited for space exploration, and as important as universalization. 2. Our opponents didn't address the most important principle. Yes, AI can process large amounts of data, which is quite obvious even on an intuitive level, but why should we trust it? To elaborate, on our first snack, we asked this question on this speech and heard no response from Team Psyche whatsoever. Thirdly, furthermore, universalization is incredibly important, and we are the only team that accesses it. Let's take a look at the ethicality principle. Programming autonomous AI and using only AI without humans as a true universal ethical framework is complicated for several reasons. There are several interpretations for the universalization concept. For instance, we gave you an example of Immanuel Kant, and it begs the question of which exactly should we use. This meant that our opponents did not sufficiently incorporate universalization into space development. B. An AI objective might conflict with humans' values. If you prefer our side, however, there is a high possibility of this objective being discussed by the international community and accordingly incorporated with the human supervision, which ultimately calls for accountability. 4. One of the most crucial points, even if all of our opponents' arguments were true, and even if we do program autonomous AI with a set of values, we cannot predict what will happen on a space mission. The impact of this argument was shown by both our first and second speakers: damage to pristine environments. Let me clarify why major thing again. In the context of the resolution, we firmly believe that space development would not be performed solely by autonomous AI. Rather, we aim for AI and human cooperation and collaboration. That is, all of the proposition's arguments benefits our side greatly too. And that is, our opponent's burden in this debate was not to prove that AI has some benefits over humans, but rather why it will be stronger than both the human and AI cooperation, which they unfortunately failed to do completely. Now, one clash I managed to identify is AI safe and can it be trusted? We gave you an example of autonomous car, and a simple mechanism as that, it also makes mistakes, like crashes, and compared to AI, using AI in the space mission. Oh, sorry, my camera locked, but okay. To AI in the human mission, it is even faster. So how can you say that it could prevent some losses? Thus, on their side, they completely ignored that there is a high chances of failure. On the human lives, even proposition recognized that AI has to have human oversight because it can't function completely by itself. On the other hand, mentioned by our second speaker, there were a multitude of missions with AI that were already safe, but the risk of human lives were only in the past. But now, with human AI collaboration, we see that there are no such mistakes. Thank you for attention. About negative.
Okay, thank you. Finally, we'll hear from Affirmative 4 from Team Slim, who will begin their summary in the 4-minute time allotted. You can start now.
Okay. Thank you very much for this wonderful debate, esteemed judges. Today, I will, throughout my speech, I will discuss why our case furthers the concept of universalization and space development as well, and also why the opposition fails to take into account scenarios that are probable to happen in the near future if we continue with the status quo that they have described. Firstly, we have throughout this debate two main arguments: safety and efficiency. And allow me to focus on the safety part, because we believe that it has not been very much interacted by the opposition team, and they only just said, yeah, but AI missions can fail too. Yes, failure is on both sides. The real question is, we sacrifice, are we willing to sacrifice human lives if a mission fails instead of an AI robot, which of course costs money, but we cannot put a price tag on human lives, and we will never be able to do that. If this is what universalization will become in the future, then maybe perhaps that's not universalization at all. Now, our second argument is efficiency, and we've established very clearly that in space there is a lot of unknown and unpredictable thing, which the opposition has also agreed. And while humans can have their creative moments, sure, it does not help them escape from tiredness, negative emotions, fear, all of those things that AI simply does not have. And at the end of the day, while yes, a genius move from a human can save the day once, in nine of the other 10 cases, it will be too late and those missions will fail one way or another. Now, I'd like to ask what I believe is the most important question of this debate. How does space development, which is further enhanced by AI and robotic system, further connect to universalization? And the answer is actually quite simple. 50 years ago, we didn't have access to this step. We didn't have access to AI. We didn't have access to a lot of the technology we do today. And we didn't have much of a choice. We had to send humans to space because otherwise we wouldn't have gone to space at all. But now, in the brink of this grand explosion of universalization, we have a choice. And we must make the right choice. We want to make the right choice because we actually believe that all countries will agree that, yes, we will send our people to space. Who knows what might happen to them? The mission might fail, the mission might succeed. Instead of protecting their own people, protecting those that they love and care about, protecting their families, protecting their relatives, and saying we will collaborate with every other country on a joint mission created by AI, an AI that does not hold political beliefs, an AI that does not have any orientation whatsoever, which is just a machine doing what it is told. And when we will manage at the end of the day to have a mission that is impartial and will benefit the entirety of humanity, that is when we will have universalization. Because a lot of things can happen certainly in space. As I've stated before, fear exists. And also when you have so many people from different countries, different cultures, in such a tight space for very long periods of time, missions can take more than 10 years and will take more than 10 years in the future because space is literally enormous, then we will also have problems to the connection between those countries because in their status quo, in their world, those people will represent the nations that will participate in universalization. But we do not want to do that. We want to send AI to space. As we've said, AI, which is impartial, will never make mistakes and will also not sacrifice people for a cause that, while it may be good, it can be done otherwise. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Judge Reshma, would you like a couple of minutes before you offer feedback and the winning team?
Yeah, I'll take like 30 seconds and then it should be good.
Okay.
I think I'm all set. Am I giving feedback and making the announcing the decision right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Great job to both teams. That was a really wonderful debate to watch. You both brought a lot of interesting points to the table, and I think something I really liked from both sides was that, you know, every speaker was clear, laid out groundwork or like an agenda of what they were going to talk about and stuck to it. And then you tried to also address each other's points without just, you know, sticking to your cases and not really adhering to that. So I like that there was some engagement there. So great job to both of you, first off. So I ended up voting affirmative for this debate, and I can explain the reasons why. So I first look at, so to me there was two big overarching arguments that I kind of heard from both sides, so it made it easy to kind of compare the two sides because I had this safety.
I just would like for all of the debaters to please have their cameras up right now while Judge Reshma gives you her feedback. Thank you.
So I saw two big arguments. So one, I saw this safety component, and to me that kind of was a one-to-one or a wash, because from one side I'm seeing that you have the safety risks that come about because of humans, um, and the loss of human life, or the lack of unpredictability in space that humans face. So that was what the negative was coming at from. And then the affirmative was sort of coming at it from the side of efficiency, and whether so there wasn't a safety component to them, but they were kind of saying that you have this matter of efficiency, and that you're reducing the amount of time, or that it wouldn't malfunction under stress. So sort of that cost component to me, in terms of whether it was safety and life, or the cost, and that was resolved by efficiency, sort of came to a head for me. Where I sort of made my decision was from that emotion component, because one side basically told me that this emotion is a good thing, right? So like, it's a good thing that you have this ability to maybe make those decisions, right? And that humans have that extra something that AI doesn't. But what I didn't get, and I think that the affirmative kind of showed me, was that emotion can be a negative thing in space, and that having that extra ability isn't always a good thing, right? So like having that emotion doesn't necessarily mean that you're making better decisions, or that isn't outweighed by sort of the benefits that we get from AI. That human life cost is obviously a big factor, but also the benefits that you get from AI. I saw that you reduce that margin of error. You have this artificial intelligence that can make better informed decisions. It's more error-free, and that data power or computational power, or that whatever you're losing with the emotion, right? That extra piece of emotion that I'm getting a manifold of benefits from AI. And so I think that was kind of where I made that decision. Like, the safety efficiency argument kind of came to a head for me, because I think that you could go either way, the cost of life versus the cost of resources, or the cost of time, right? But I think where that extra piece was, that I think the neg hinged a little too much for me on that emotion piece, where I'm not really seeing how are humans' emotions really outweighing all this computational power, all this, like, if there actually is an unpredictable circumstance, is emotion going to be the big thing, or is my life as a human in danger, and is that going to be my first thing? So like, I guess that kind of was hinging a little bit too much on the emotion argument, and I think the app was successful in sort of showing me that wasn't a good thing, that they have this, putting humans out there for that extra emotional power isn't a great thing, because with AI, I'm harnessing all these other benefits. So I think that was great. And just in terms of feedback for everybody, I think, again, you can always, with debates, right? It's great to stick to your points, and I think everyone did that. I think they just needed to see more engagement, right, from both sides on a lot of the great arguments are being brought up, but you want to make sure that you give me a clear roadmap of, like, here's my side, and I'm going to continue to stick to it. But I also want to see a little more engagement. And I think, for example, the negative could have been a lot more successful there if they had chosen to engage with that. I know in the last speech I heard a lot about, like, things that were dropped, right? Like, the last speaker did a great job, like, bringing up these were things that were dropped by the other side, and these weren't addressed, right? And so you don't want to really hear that in the debate. And how you can avoid that is really just being systematic, right? And going through the points and really trying to attack the other side one by one, making sure that you're, even if the response isn't the best response, you want to make sure you address it somehow, and that you're kind of trying to match up, like I did there. Like, you kind of want to match up the arguments head to head and show me, like, this is clearly why the impact of something matters, right? Like, loss of human life, that's way more important than time. That's way more important than efficiency. I shouldn't have to do that impact weighing, if that makes sense. So they should be kind of presented to me. But that's my feedback. Again, great job, everybody. And it was a pleasure to watch you today.
Thank you, Judge Reshma. Great and excellent job, everyone. Thank you for participating in the 2024 spUN Debate Tournament. Judge, please be sure to enter your score into taproom.com. Debaters, watch Taproom at spUN Debates debate.tabron.com to see when you will be debating next and the position you will be representing if your team is continuing in the debate. The spUN Debates program would not be possible without the student debaters, the
I
coaches.
just have a question. I don't
Yeah.
see where to enter my ballot on tab room. I'm on the current assignments. Here. Do you know?
I'm just gonna finish this and then stop the recording and I'll help you with that, if that's okay.
Perfect, thanks.
So the spUN Debates program would not be possible without the student debaters, the coaches, hosts, moderators, and judges. Many thanks to everyone and goodbye.